day at the mill, and all I see is a pile of bills. Would it kill you? How hot meal on my plate in a 601. Don't be late.
Hello and welcome to the Frankfort Report. I'm Darryl Frankfort, and today is, what the hell day is today? February 12th, 2025. What an exciting day. What is your day like today? Hello, anybody that's here. What's going on, Christopher D? How is it going? Pardon me. I've had this cough for like 30 years, it feels like. I can't believe it anymore. What an exciting, busy day for me. I don't know about you, and it's about to get more exciting for all of us because I have a wonderful, wonderful, exciting guest for everybody today. Call-in guest. You'll be very excited. You'll be very excited, Rose. It's going to be a fun day today. I'm still just absolutely reeling from these tariffs and the threat of the tariffs. And just honestly, every conversation I'm having right now is about tariffs and the effects of the tariffs. And what do you think's going to happen? And is it going to happen? And what do you think the real goal is here? And I don't have a fucking clue. Devin, the drum master, tariffs for days, bud. Higher for longer, tariffs for days, crash when? Really? The crash is coming, the crash is coming, the crash is coming. Here it comes. Well, we have a lot of people who are starting to, I guess, admit or be forced to admit that they have a problem, right? They are in arrears, okay? So I don't know exactly how arrears, and we'll get into that together, but the talk of the town, and that's like maybe a few people and a couple of articles, but what they're saying is that mortgage arrears have spiked, and we've also seen power of sales start to increase to ridiculously low numbers, but quite a bit more than there was a couple of years ago. So that's a data point that people want to cling on to because it is a scary one. Okay? It's a scary point, but we're seeing mortgages in arrears. And so that's never a good sign. Have you ever been in arrears on your mortgage, guys? Marco Peruzza, listings up in Stouffville. Marco, are you the Marco that called in the other day? Maybe it's because I went to Montreal in the coldest weather of all time and got this cough in Mexico, actually, right before I went to Mexico. And now, for some reason, like it's snowing outside and it's supposed to be a doozy tonight and tomorrow, and I'm driving to Ottawa tomorrow. I don't know if I will be going to any of the conservative rallies while I'm there, but I'm going to Ottawa with my lovely wife to get away from this place here. Welcome to Ottawa. Devin, the drum master, are you in Ottawa? Do you want to jam? I might be for tax purposes. I can't say. Okay, Marco. Well, you do you. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everybody for being here. Appreciate that you're here. I don't understand why, but I'll take it. Hit that like button, subscribe, say something to the chat. Get ready. We got a great calling guest that I know about calling in today. If anybody else wants to call in, just let me know in the chat. I'll give you my phone number. You call in on WhatsApp. and we'll have some fun because that's what this is all about, right? This show's all about fun, for me at least. Darryl for PM. This is a thing that will probably not happen. You don't have to look too deep into me and my past to realize that I probably wouldn't qualify for Prime Minister. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't do a great fucking job. It doesn't mean I will do a great fucking job, but I think I could top the current gentleman in charge, okay? Four Nations start today if you like hockey. Not really into it, to be honest with you. Big snowstorm in Ottawa about to hit. Well, I'm heading towards you, and I'm looking forward to it. I forget where I'm staying, but it looks kind of nice. Looks kind of cool. Not that there's much to choose from in Ottawa. I hope there's good food there, and I hope there's stuff to do. Okay, I got to imagine with all this corrupt money spending that they're doing out there in Ottawa that there should be at least some pretty good restaurants out there to pamper people before you bribe them or as part of the bribe or donations, not bribes. I shouldn't say that. That's not right. What is you NFL team? There's no NFL team in Toronto. Why the fuck would I cheer for anybody else, anywhere else? What the fuck do I care who wins anything if they're not from around here? It doesn't make sense to me. So, I don't know. Back in the day when Bo Jackson was around, I liked me the LA Raiders. How long ago was that? Hey, if Ford got in, you could get in. You're a lot more thoughtful. Well, I appreciate that, Devin. And I don't know how I feel about that comparison, quite honestly. I feel kind of slighted, to be honest with you, to be put in the same light as Mr. Ford. At least it's this Ford. I hope you're talking about this Ford. I hope you're not talking about his brother that is unfortunately no longer with us. I hope you are comparing me to the current Ford because he's kind of okay. Like if you like corrupt guys that are trying to, line their friends' pockets as well as their own and, to kind of get shit done and you're a developer, like you kind of might be like Doug Ford and some of his antics. And I mean, if you know how politicians work and how politicians really are, I mean, what we're looking for doesn't exist currently, okay? That's not how it works. You can't be a real nice guy. You can appear like a real nice guy, but you can't really be a real nice guy because you got shit to do. You got agendas, and you got things that you got to take care of. You're being rewarded handsomely for taking care of, I might add. Okay, so let's see. You guys should create multiple clips from the BG Wealth Scam podcast to help the victims. Bro, pay attention. We've had, go to the Clips channel. We've done shorts every day for the last week. We did clips every day for the last week. We got thousands upon thousands of views on Instagram clips and shorts. Like, guys, you don't understand the reach of that show. We got the guy, okay? They got a cease and desist something from the SEC or whatever the fuck we have here in Canada, but they froze that guy's ability to trade. I don't know how that helps with the real estate, but there's all kinds of fire under this guy. We got all kinds of tentacles out there, and we go check it out. We've done a lot. Go maybe watch some of them if you want to help. You could help a little bit. What have you done, Deans Bastos? Is that a real name? Is that the Danis Bastos? Bastages? Okay, Marco, what are your thoughts on Crombie's proposal to eliminate all development charges? It sounds almost too good to be true. I'll believe it when I see it. It's rhetoric. Rhetoric is rhetoric, and policy is policy. And what we've learned, maybe you haven't, but what I've learned is that even the policy that looks good on the surface is flawed as fuck, has all kinds of problems, and doesn't generally help get housing on the market quicker. Okay? It's just true. Ontario erection coming up. You don't know the half of it, bro. You don't know the half of it. I can't wait to get to Ottawa. No kids, no dog, no in-laws. Erection coming soon. Oh, election. Okay, got it. Okay, so I went off the rails there a little bit, and I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Okay, sorry about that. B. Viner, 2 likes. Okay, thank you. Can you do that? If you can do that, everybody should do that. And you should press the heart thingy, and there's a the celebration thing, and hit the subscribe button and do all that stuff because it's super fun and super cool. Soon as I say that, 3 people drop out and fuck off. Look, there's 15 of you here, 3 likes. I can do math. Can you? Hit the like button if you haven't done it already, please. I need to talk to more than 15 people because I don't know. It's like economies of scale, right? Economies of scale. Okay, last thing from the chat, and then I'm going to start doing my thing here. I'm so disgusting today. I'm so sorry. Personal question. Are you kids expecting parental assistance for their future real estate ambitions? Okay. Are your kids expecting parental assistance for their future real estate ambitions? Probably. I don't know. I got them saving money now. I've got my daughter's got a real estate license now, so she's going to learn some stuff and she's going to know some stuff. And my son, he's a pretty sharp guy. He's learning, I think, a lot of stuff through osmosis, through editing this show and the other show. And he has an interest in being a developer. And so I imagine he'll be pretty good at the real estate thing. He's a creative dude. But listen, how about the question should be, do I plan to help them, right, with their real estate? And, I mean, I hope that they can figure out how to get their own. But, most parents help their kids. So if I can help them, I would like to do that, If I can make life easier for them and less of a struggle, I think that's what I'm supposed to do as a father, right? I mean, there's lessons that you teach them, and then there's shelters you provide for them. I mean, who the hell what's with all these parents creating more anxiety for their children? Because you got to learn your lesson. You got to work hard. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck that. You have to learn how to make money. You have to learn how to accept a gift. You have to, as a parent, learn how to be able to provide for your kids. And if you want to, raise kids in Toronto, well, you better expect that they're going to need some fucking help. But more important than the help to buy the thing, okay? More important is the help to maintain the thing. Because what a lot of kids, that are coming up that are used to living a certain way because they grew up in Toronto, and I mean, you kind of have to be at least middle class to live in Toronto. All these kids are going to have a tough time figuring out how to maintain the lifestyle that they have been accustomed to. That's going to be the real fuck up, right? But I plan to help them. I'm sure they plan that I plan to help them. And I hope that they can figure out how to make a few deals between now and whenever they move out that helps them afford something nice with Dad's help. And quite honestly, if I could afford to buy them a whole condo or a whole townhouse or something, or a whole house, if I have that kind of dough hanging around, I'm going to do it. Okay? I'm just going to do it. And whatever happens, happens. And if they turn into psychotic idiots because of it, I'll deal with that then. Okay? But wouldn't it be nice to just not have to worry about your house for your whole adult life? Just to not have to worry about that shit? You know another way to not have to worry about your house for your whole adult life? Renting. Go rent something, for God's sakes. Okay. Probably because everyone likes this show so much they hit it twice. People that watch this show are hitting something twice. That's for damn sure. Yeah, Dennis. I'll look at the Clips channel. Cool. Dennis. Okay, got it. Denis Bastos. Will you help out Pan? What does this mean? Will I help out Pan? No. Pan doesn't need help from me. That guy's fighting in the army. That guy'll make his own help once he, goes through therapy. Let's talk about Big Ontario erection. What do you, as a big Toronto TV star, think of that? Bring on the caller. Well, I got to wait for the caller to call. You see, that's kind of how it works. But once the caller calls, things are going to get interesting, I promise. Oh, there he is. How'd you know to do that? How did you know how to do that? That's weird. Okay, let me see if I can get this to work. One moment, please. Hello? Okay, I think this might work. Hold on a sec. What do I want this to look like now? No. This is great. Hold on. I have our friend here, Mr. Don, the legend. I don't know how to get it up on the screen properly. Guys, you're going to have to look at this weirdness. I hope you can handle what this looks like because it's kind of fucked up. All right, Don M. Look at who we got calling into the show, everybody. Don M., the legend of the Canadian real estate show comment section. Guest of the show, one of the most loved, and according to him, he thinks TK hates him. But this guy, how do you, I don't even know how to describe you, Don. You're like a man of the people. You're like a hard-working, real Canadian. That's how I would describe you. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm just a guy.
He's just a guy.
But don't get me wrong. I figured out the other day, just in technical training, if you wanted to become like me, it would take a minimum 15,000 hours.
What does that mean if I wanted to become like you? Like as a carpenter?
So I'm a master electrician, and then I just got my carpentry. So if you were to take all the man hours through the apprenticeship, all the man hours through school, laid out end to end, it's like 15,000 hours.
15,000 hours to be like Don. 15.
No, that's just the beginning. That's not including all the other courses that I've taken. Like,
to do what?
But
what's the goal of all of this hours of learning? And are you making money with all this time you're spending?
Recently, no, but I'm hoping to change that, right? Like, you got to put in your time because you got to know what you're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone's had the project manager that doesn't understand the project, but they want to force their view, and then the project doesn't go that well, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's important to know the processes first, and then you can go ahead and start telling people what to do, right?
Well, so you're very vocal about your love of realtors and real estate professionals, and are you licensed in real estate? No, you just know that they're evil people, right?
No, but I was a renter for 10 plus years, and I saw what was happening. It became elitist, right? Housing became an elitist thing. It went from, you go home, you can have a shower, you have somewhere peaceful, you have like your own little spot, right? It's affordable, to literally people, when you're trying to negotiate rent, literally tell you to your face, like, go fuck yourself. It's my house. I can charge what I want. Like, it wasn't very nice to go through that, right?
Okay, so you went through the classic scenario of being a renter and feeling like life was nice and secure, and then getting booted from your house and realizing that you didn't want to go through that again and having to figure out how to buy a house?
No, because I moved, right? So I'm from Ontario. I've bounced around Ontario. I took college in London. Went out to BC first time in 2011, decided to move back home. As soon as I got back into Ontario, I was like, I don't want to be here. And then I moved back out here in 2016 and been here since, but bouncing around to stay adaptable to the market, really, right? Because I wasn't always an electrician. I didn't always have a ticket to say, hey, fuck you, pay me. You got to pay me. Like, when you're just a construction laborer, people look at you like, oh, you're just a construction laborer. I can get 17 of you in a minute. Like, fuck you. And it's like, okay, great. Right. And then You climb, you grind, you do your best, you overcome obstacles, but all the way along the way, you see everybody trying to, it's crabs in the bucket. Everybody's trying to kick you down, right? And then you do the math on some of the rentals, and what they started charging was insane, right? And it's like, what the fuck is going on here? And then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And we bought February 2020.
February 2020. So not quite in the depths of the craziness, but also not at the best time in the world. And so you're out west there. And are you in an area where housing is expensive, or is it?
It's all expensive now. Like, it's all relatively expensive. For average person wages, like, everyone's like, oh, just shut up, pay $900,000. Well, I'm sorry, not everyone can pay $900,000. Like, it's not, like, it doesn't fucking work like that. So even $500,000 in a small town now is expensive for locals, for people to live, to thrive, right?
Yeah.
The real estate is sucking the money out of the economy. It's sucking the life out of us. Like, I've been saying it for a long time. It's the reason that we are a failed nation. Like, we're not really Canada anymore. You say it, other people say it. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't, like, we let it get too far. Like, look at Ontario. Okay, now the tariffs. The tariffs are going to kill the rest of the automotive, but it was dying anyways. Like, it was a sick old man. It was going to die. We all had to know that at some point. I knew that. So I never got a job at a factory, right? Because you could see the writing on the wall. Like, you could see it. Anyone paying attention knows.
Okay, so
Like,
what do you?
So
you're
think about it.
moving
All the,
around. You're moving around. You're learning. You're trying to figure out how you're going to make your way in Canada, as everything's just getting more and more expensive. Whether it's food, whether it's shelter, everything's just getting more and more stupid and expensive. And taxes are getting higher. The government's fucking you more and more. And so now, hold on a second. You said you're not making any money right now. What's going on there? How come? You're a master electrician and you got your carpentry license.
In 2020, I opened up my own small electrical contracting company to help offset the cost of going down in wage. Because when I joined the carpenters, I went from 36 an hour to 18 an hour, right? So that's a pretty big hit, but that goes to show you how much I wanted it, right? So take the loss now for gains later. So the past 4 years, I've been just grinding it out, making mortgage payments. We're making 20% extra payments down, making sure you kill that principal. And now that I have my journeyman carpentry, like, I'm a free agent, right? So I'm going to open up my next company, and I'm going to do basically whoever's going to pay me the most to do stuff that's within my wheelhouse, right? Because I can do electrical, do window siding, like small addition, roofing. Roofing's a good one, right? Nobody likes to roof, etc. But where I'm steering my company is I want to get into like fortified residential housing and fallout shelters.
Fortified. Oh my God, that's so funny that you say that. So there's a guy in the States right now that's making a killing making bomb shelters, but they're like,
I know
that's some serious work that goes into making these bomb shelters. That's not like
it is
throwing a couple of 2x4s.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right. So either which way, you're going to want someone competent to do it.
Well, but hold on a sec. This is a problem for me. So we've got like a typical Mr. Canadian with a framing license and an electrical license living in British Columbia who currently doesn't have work in Canada.
I'm working.
Well, you said you're not making money, right? So, I mean,
well, I just
what does that mean?
Like, then? You know what I mean? I'm working under someone right now, right? Like, I haven't opened up my company. I'm working under someone.
Oh,
so like right now,
work.
I'm back to
so
30.
That's good.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, I'm a precious commodity in my community. I'm always working. I'm off today because I got a vasectomy. Like,
oh, well, oh, right. You told me about that. I had a vasectomy once. You know what line that movie's from? Okay. I had a vasectomy once, and that was horrifying. See, For me, okay, I'm a big pussy and I have tons of anxiety. So I'm in this thing, right? You know, you got your legs up and you're in the, you kind of, they give you the local anesthetic and I'm lying there on the table. Okay. You guys want to hear a funny story? You want to hear my vasectomy story? Oh my
Sure.
God. Okay. So I'm lying there and you're kind of like dozed out, but I'm okay being dozed out, if you know what I mean. So I'm not really that dozed out. I'm just lying there panicking that, they're going to start doing some surgery on my balls, right? And I don't know about you, but that's not something that like I want to really think about or do, right? Surgery to my balls. So I'm lying on the table and they start working and all of a sudden I smell like burning, right? And I'm feeling all this tugging and I smell burning and I'm like, hang on a sec. Is that me that's burning? Oh no.
Yeah,
that's me. They're cauterizing my balls, right? And I freaked out on the table. Like totally freaked out on the table. And then after, holy shit, man, I was purple from like my knees up to like above my waist. I looked like Barney. It was not cool at all. Sorry to go off on that tangent. Okay, so you're not working today because you had a vasectomy. And was that fun for you, Don, the legend?
Actually, this guy was pretty good. Like, I'm not all that bruised. Like 10 out of 10, lighthouse and burning. If you need a vasectomy in BC, go see that guy.
We need to make a commercial for a vasectomy. That would be funny. Okay, so
if
Donnie,
you want, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank God the timing worked out perfect for you to call in. Okay, so we got working man who's the commodity, busy all day,
but
ready to open up his own business. And well, is there the demand for renovations where you are right now and for all of those kind of jobs that you said that you wanted to focus on?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely there is.
Absolutely. Busy market. Okay. Yeah. An electrician just charged me $4,000 to run a 240 volt line out to my sauna. It took him 8 hours. That's good money, says Rose Overdose. Are you and Rose on good terms, Don? Because I don't know with you all the time. Yeah, you're on pretty good terms with everybody, right?
No, Charlottetown hates me because I'm pretty sure
Charlotte hates.
So I have a feeling that she might be like a boomer. Like, whatever, just admit it if you are. It's all good, right? But it started through like, oh, I remember this, I remember that. And I was like, if you remember these things, you got to be a boomer. So you like had it obviously better by age, like time in the mark. And she's like, I'm not a fucking boomer. And then went off.
She's not a boomer? Well, I'm not. You guys know I'm not a boomer, right?
No, you're Gen X, right?
I'm Gen X, right? You want to see something funny, Gen X, guys? Okay, hold on a second here. This is funny. I don't know. How do I get it so that this is all fucked up now because we got the caller. I didn't figure this out. Where's my Gen X video? Here. You want to see, since we're talking about Gen X, I don't know. Can you guys see what I'm looking at here?
Yeah, I can see it.
I mean, if you're Gen X, you know what this is really, you know that this is really, in fact, the case. If anybody wants to know why Gen X is always mad, it's because we had to replace our record collection with a tape collection, that we had to replace the CD collection, right? Oh, no, that we had to replace with a CD collection, that we had to replace with an MP3 collection, and now we need a subscription to the music. Anyways, I thought that was funny. Maybe I'm wrong. But
would you like to know about the real estate around here? Like, yeah. I'm not a real estate agent, but I keep an eye on things.
Well, I mean, you're the next best thing. May as well get your opinion on it.
It's slowing down. The movement, the transactions are definitely slowing down. The smart people are putting their price right and moving on. And then there's like, we're calling them like Lotto 649. Like, you know what I mean? They put up their house for a really high rate. Maybe they get it, maybe they don't. And sometimes, like, I'm looking at the same stuff from 3 years ago now. And sometimes they sell and most of the times they don't, right? And so that's going all around BC.
What kind of price point are we talking about near you there?
Around, like, what do you want around me? You want $100,000 or you want $3 million?
It's that wide a spread where you are? Holy shit.
Yes. Yes.
Really? So
Oh
what do you get
man.
for $100,000?
I don't know, a little bit of dirt.
A little bit of dirt, empty dirt.
A little bit of dirt. You can put it like, or like a seniors trailer, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
$114,000. You can get the seniors trailer in the little trailer park. But average house, $500,000 now. And then it goes right up from there,
Mm-hmm. And
right? Because we're like, quote, destination. Like we live in the glorious BC mountains. So
oh yeah.
some people pay big money to be out here, right?
Do you know my buddy Brian Gorman?
I've heard of the Gormans, like Gorman Timber.
I don't think so. But anyways, he likes
Because
to ski and he
Gorman's
lives out that way. Now they used to
oh
be
no.
Gorman knitting mills. They were like they made socks. But anyways, okay. So before we lose everybody's interest completely, what are your views on how this do you see that people are starting to default on their mortgages, and are you starting to see forced sales going on around you? Are friends
There's
of yours
more.
starting to lose their jobs?
If you're not really productive, like, you know how people always said that there was a lot of real estate agents and they were just tourists in the industry? Same goes for construction. So we're starting to lose the tourists, like the guys who didn't have their heart in it, the guys that didn't really want to be there. Yeah, it was a job. Yeah, it paid the bills. But now that times are getting lean, we're starting to lose the tourists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're, and then guys like me, like there's always work, right? There's always work. There will always be work, but it's definitely slowing down. Certain places aren't hiring what you think they would be hiring. Certain projects, like bigger projects, aren't continuing into their next phase yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's certain high rises and like Kamloops, Kelowna, like, you know what I mean? They're not
So, but it's
moving
weird,
along.
right? It's weird because we all kind of see these signs of slowing, but I don't know. I don't know anybody that's lost their job. I haven't heard, even secondhand of anybody that's lost their job. We see that at least in the fake stats that employment is up, right? Unemployment is down, which is crazy. And you're telling me that you don't know anybody that's lost their job. Anybody in the chat know anybody that's lost their job? Like we heard Bell cut some people. Anyways, like I don't know. We're just the main topic today is that we're seeing people start to go into default. And what's the actual wording I said? Anyways, it doesn't matter. People are starting to go broke and they're starting to lose their houses, and you're not seeing it. I don't really see it around me anywhere. TK sees it everywhere.
More of the bank
There's TK.
sales.
Delinquencies. Thank you. TK's here.
Okay.
TK, you should call in.
Yeah, TK should call in. I'll skedaddle out of here.
Can we get more than one person calling in on WhatsApp? Does anybody else want to join this thing? Dawn says, what? Everybody gone to work for the government. TK, do you hate Dawn? TK, don't be jealous. Dawn, don't be jealous.
Why? There's a lot to be jealous of, TK. Like, Jesus Christ, look at his physique.
I live Dawn,
He's got great hair.
He lives you. He lives you. No, now he loves you. Ottawa is boomtown. Oh, yeah. I'm going to see tomorrow. I don't know. When I was looking at hotels for Ottawa, it was not that great. I got to tell you the honest to God truth. Okay, listen, Mr. Don, you have two choices now. You can hang out and not be the focus of attention and just kind of be part of the conversation in the background as we do our thing here. Or you can take off and go take care of your balls. It's up to you. Either one is fine with me. I'm going to leave it up to you.
I think I'm just going to go take care of my balls. Thanks, buddy.
Well, appreciate you always. Thanks for being part of the show. Thanks for being part. Oh, there, he's gone. Thanks for being part of the Canadian Real Estate Show, helping out with the growth. If anybody else wants to call in, that'd be cool. On my WhatsApp, if you want the number, let me know. What? A baller, right? Don is such a baller. He's such a Canadian guy, He's just trying to make his way in Canada like the rest of us. TK, what's the number? You know my phone number. You're already linked to me on WhatsApp. What are you talking about? Dawn versus TK jiu-jitsu fight. That'd be great. That would be fantastic. Anyway, so I don't know anybody that's in delinquency yet. Although, I mean, there's some developers, I suppose, that are in delinquency. Not that I know of, though, but we see it. And there's certainly people out there talking about this, so it must be happening. I don't know any of my friends that are in delinquency, but I don't know if I roll with your typical guy going into delinquency right now. Although I could see a couple of people I know that are probably thinking, what should I do next? What are my options? Don M., thanks for having me. I am a resident of Oakville, and over the past 2 to 3 years, I've noticed a significant exit of Chinese investors from the market. Yeah, join the club. They've had to leave. They're not allowed to be part of the market, right? Then we have an investor ban, foreign investor ban. That makes sense. And it's not a good business model right now. To build custom homes on spec is fucking horrific. It's been horrific since 2008, 2009. Even back then in 2006, 2007, 2005, like it was hit or miss, right? It was hit or miss. So that makes sense. I would do boxing rules. Okay. Ahmed Yagoub. Ahmed Yagoub. What a great name. Ahmed Yagoub. Is that a good baseball name or is that not a good baseball name? I like at bat. Okay, here. At bat. Number 9. Ahmed Yagoub. How's that? I think that's cool. I would do boxing rules. For various reasons, they no longer see Canada as a viable investment opportunity. These investors used to pay full cash prices, hold the properties for a few years, and then flip them for a profit. Yeah, everybody did. Everybody. Oh, D. Trent's here. You missed our calling guest of Donnie M., the other legend. The other legend. Forged from similar steel to D. Trent, I think. But maybe not. Okay, what's going on? Having made their money, they are now leaving the market, says Ahmed Yagoub. Oh my God, TK Butler calling. Let's see how this works out. Hold on one moment, please. TK Butler in the house. Haven't talked to you for a while.
Darryl Frankfort?
Is this really TK Butler, the guy that tried to have me poisoned?
Listen, first of all, you haven't taken the pills yet, so you don't really know if they're poison. And the only way you're going to know for sure is if you take them.
No, I'm waiting to see what happens to my son.
Well, that's probably the best option, actually. Right now, you've got a little bit more value to the family household, and you still have another kid. So
he's the tester.
Worth the risk.
He was the tester. He opened that thing up, and all the pills fell out, and he's like, what the fuck?
Well, hopefully the dog eats one then. The dog could be the tester.
Oh my God, what a great idea. I threw him in the toilet because I was actually genuinely nervous about what they were.
But it's a good container though, right?
It's a good container, I suppose, for some people. I mean, this is not my particular habit that I think fits in this thing. So, we'll find a good use for it. I think you could put raisins in it.
I think so too. Yeah.
Maybe some Tylenol. Muscle Nuts himself. That's TK.
Emergency gunpowder.
Emergency gunpowder.
So, yeah. Are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because I was watching the live press conference with Elon in the Oval Office with Trump.
Okay, which one? Like yesterday, the one that was doing the rounds? Yesterday?
I think it was today.
Talking about Doge and all the things that they were doing in there, cleaning house?
He was talking about like they wanted him to be accountable, and he was just basically talking about transparency, and that's what his job is. But I guess that was yesterday, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know. There's lots of clips. It was a huge. His son was with him.
In this clip, no, not the one that I saw.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's something new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have all day to be watching these things.
No, not like me.
But it sounded like the most interesting American politics has ever been for me.
It's insane what's going on. It's even
right?
Canadian
It's just like
politics.
Our hero, Elon Musk, he's like climbed his way up into the ranks of the American system. I love it.
It's all craziness. Everybody.
I love it.
It's like just a big show right now. It's really, there's a lot to digest. Right. But everything like we just talked about, it's all about tariffs and who's going out of business or what this is going to look like. Right. It's all about staying afloat. What was it? Stay alive till 2025, and now 2025 is here, and now what's it?
I think what we just went through is I think that the governments on both sides of the border have just been like the most irresponsible governments ever. Because like let's just say there was like, I don't know, 10% fraudulent and suspicious spending on the government's budgets every year. That's a pretty high number. So let's say it's 2%. Well, because the budgets have increased so much and the debt has increased so much and there's so much other noise, that amount of fraudulent, suspicious activity within the government spending is like gone up. Like it's like the most it's ever been.
Yeah, I think
So
you
it's
said
crazy.
10% was too high, and you went down to 2%. I think it's way higher than 10%.
Whatever it is, I don't care.
It's fucking
Let's not
nuts.
think about it like that. The main thing is the amount of money that's being wasted is just like an incredible sum of money. Like in the States, it's like that. In Canada, it's in the billions. In the States, it could be like in the trillions potentially.
Yeah, it's
So it's just
so
like
crazy.
think about how much money that both governments could clean up if they actually crack down on this type of spending. So I think that Elon actually has the ability to do it. I think it's going to rub off onto the Canadian side of the border, and that we're going to start looking for, where we can trim the fat. And, I think that's the first step in us getting back into the right direction. I mean, when you hear about the $1 billion slush fund, that's been going around now. The Conservatives are putting out.
Yeah. The green
You saw
slush
that?
fund.
$900 million to, was it Ukraine? No, UN? $900 million to the UN?
It's all craziness. They're sending money even to the States. It's like, what's going on? Like, you're sending money
Yeah.
back and forth. You're sending money to Nigeria. You're sending money to Zimbabwe. It's like the craziest.
We just send money to people.
You're sending money to people. Meanwhile, it's like everybody here
We
is
have no money.
dying.
They're saying we got no
Everybody's
money. Sorry, guys, we have no money.
Taxes are going up. Development charges are going out. Cost of housing is going up. Cost of food is going up. Somebody here says, Devin the Drum Master says, tariffs almost increased our food prices by 25% at the grocery store. When the fuck did that happen, Devin? Are you just
Devin,
making
prove
shit
it.
up?
Prove it, Devin.
Prove it. Ahmed Yagoob says, with the help of individuals like Elon Musk, Donald Trump will be the last president to use the dollar. Okay.
There you go.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but anyway.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I know what your point is, and I agree with you. There's going to be some stuff that goes down that's some next level stuff. We're going to jump a couple generations here over the next 4 years. Right? There's going to be some major changes both in AI, electric vehicles, robotics, with the budget in regards to transparency in the government. They're really going to.
That's what they're talking
about.
That's what they're talking about. Is that they're not going to use the dollar anymore because they're talking about using, like a digital currency, something that's on the blockchain, so that we can all see all the transactions that go on. Is that what you're talking about there, Ahmed Yagoob? Are you going to answer? They talk to me, and then when I ask them questions,
they chat, and then they just go to the next channel.
Anything.
They go to the next fucking
they
live.
Just disappear.
Jeez.
What if Trump declares half the debt to be not America's problem? He's poking around the treasury. I'm not totally sure what that means either. But,
well, I wish half of my debt could not be my problem too, but it's not how it works.
That's not how it works. But I think the point is that if before we can do something like they're doing in the States, right, like Doge, where we can clean shit up and we can save some money, thereby become wealthier as a nation, and do things that are protectionist for Canada and what's in the best interest of Canada, before we can do all that, we need a leader that's going to be willing to do all that, right? So I don't think Pierre Poilievre, quite honestly, is the guy. I don't know if we have the guy. Obviously, it's not Carney or Freeland. You know who's probably the right person for the job?
Wayne Gretzky?
Either Gretzky or Danielle Smith or D. Trent.
Or Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber is definitely up there. All right, TK.
Somebody.
You have the
Somebody
same
famous.
choice as the infamous Don M. You can,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's not
I'm
take
gonna
care
go.
of your balls, although I suppose that is an option for you. But you can
I'm just
lurch
gonna go.
around in the background, or you can take off.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing you.
See you later.
Nice
Thanks for
talking to
having
you.
me on. Good to see you.
First time caller, long time listener.
Have a great time.
Okay,
Bye.
Mr. TK. There you go. Mr. TK in the house, Donnie M in the house. We got D Trent here, Charlotte, Rose Overdose. The whole clan is here, and it's a good time. And we have literally not talked about fuck all yet today. Some of you might be here because you wanted to go over a development deal that I've done in the past with me. I don't know if that's still on the table, if that's something you guys want. If you do, just let me know. Somehow, let me know. I guess through the chat is how we communicate around here. But if you want and you're into that, then let me know. That'd be cool. I tuned in for number 2 ranked Frankfort part and got Cress. Well, you know what? Sometimes you get what you get and you don't be upset, and that's just the way it goes. This is a spur of the moment type thing, right? Don M, that was, kind of planned. I invited him on. TK, he just decided to call in, which is fantastic. We love this. TK, are you seeing a ton of new listings, or are they failed listings from last year? Great question. And we talked about that. We recorded the Canadian Real Estate Show today. So tune in on Sunday to hear the answer to that, because I asked him the same question or similar question, and it didn't seem like there was very much new inventory like you said to watch out for at the beginning of February. But he said that there is a lot of activity, a lot of listings, a lot of people. Devin, the drum master, like you, Darryl, you're the guy. Thank you. I appreciate that, Devin. I like you too. I wish you were a really good drummer and you were willing to jam and that you lived in Toronto. That would be cool. If anybody out there is a drummer and they're really good and they want to jam and you're in Toronto or willing to travel, let me know. That would be really cool. I haven't had a good drummer for a long time. The Ontario Erection. Got it. Okay. Dumb's here. Yeah, Dumb, you should call in. Darryl's on fire. Call in, Dumb. Don't be scared. Call in. Don't be a chump. TK, you're a total bum. What? Marco? That's not nice. That's not how we treat guests around here, especially Mr. TK. No worries, Uncle. Tiff here to help. Haha, I'm in my kid's basketball game. Marco, TK is a double black belt BJJ master. Don't fuck around. Okay, so I don't even know if we even got on the rails today, but here we go. Ready? Let's get back on the rails. Canadian banks saw mortgages in arrears jump 22% higher. What the fuck? Okay, let's dig in, because if we know anything about better dwellings, okay, we know that they are the masters at clickbait and taking numbers and making them all fucked up. Okay, Canada's largest mortgage lenders are in an unusually long-lasting rut. Canadian Bankers Association data shows its members are seeing more mortgages fall into arrears in November. November? This is old news. February 11th. Why are we citing stuff from November? Okay, this is why how are we supposed to trust the stuff that's out there? Okay, how am I supposed to make a decision now in February? Okay, or in March based on fucking November? The arrears rate is now moving at one of the fastest paces ever recorded, rising from record lows to 3-year high in a matter of months. Okay, now do we not expect, for a second, let's think this through. Rates get slammed down as close to the floor as they possibly can. Everybody in the country goes mental, borrows as much as they can, buys whatever they can, and then they stop short. Remember the Seinfeld episode? Like, they stopped short and they said, hold on a sec. We got to slam on the brakes. They grabbed our tits and they fucked us. And they started raising rates like a bunch of crazy people, even though they promised us that rates would be low for a very long time. Fuck you, Tiff, you bastard. You fucked us all. Okay, but anyways, wouldn't you expect that at some point that, the arrears would happen at the fastest pace of all time? Is this not an expectation that we should have here? Anyways, at the same time, the bad luck for lenders keeps piling up. These same lenders have seen a rare contraction in total mortgages held. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Canadian banks saw mortgage in arrears rise 22%. Canadian mortgage borrowers are increasingly falling behind on their mortgage payments. The number of mortgages in arrears climbed 22% to 10,480 in November. That's a pretty big jump. Okay. The most held by CBA members since March 2021, which we all know was not the best time in the world. When isolated, the volume isn't particularly concerning. Oh, well, that's good. But the speed at which this shift occurred is. In just over 2 years, the volume surged 44% from the record low. That might be concerning as a person, but it won't be to banks, at least not for now, since mortgage risk for the lender's portfolio is based on a rate. Those falling into arrears can be mitigated by simply growing the mortgage book. As long as more new mortgages are being written, it's simply expressed as the cost of doing business. Yes, it's a loss provision. It turns into a loss that is just a write-off against ridiculous amounts of profits. Okay, this is where we're at, guys. We're like 0.2% of people are in arrears, okay? So let's not get crazy here about all the arrears. Canadian banks haven't held fewer mortgages, blah, 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 blah. Good. They're being smart, these fucking morons. But we're not talking about a lot here. I mean, even 10,480 mortgages in arrears out of how many mortgages are there in Canada? Okay. Anybody have an idea? Because I don't have a friggin' clue. Anyways, look at this. There's 30 people in here, and there's only 6 likes, guys. I need you to, even though half of you are going to leave now because I'm saying this, you bastards, but hit the like button for God's sakes. Now, just do it. I'm waiting. Come on. Help a brother out. One guy, thank you. One girl, maybe, possibly. Come on. See, you leave. I ask for likes and you leave. You sons of bitches that don't understand how that works. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Okay, I'm going to look at the chat section and get thrown off the rails again. But I don't know. So I'm asking Dawn, do you see anybody? Do you know anybody in arrears? And I guess this is not a question. Like, hey, how you doing? You in arrears today? No, that doesn't happen. I don't think. Hey, Billy, did you hear? Darryl's in arrears. Yeah, I know. He just told me. You heard that? He told you? Yeah, he just told me. He's in arrears. He's telling everybody he's in arrears. No, it doesn't happen. But you got an idea, right? Don't people start acting different? They don't, I don't know. Maybe they didn't go to the Super Bowl this year. They normally go to the Super Bowl every year, right? Maybe they normally go on a vacation at Christmas time and they decided not to go on a vacation at Christmas time. I don't fucking know. But you start to see signs. Is anybody seeing signs from anybody that they know that they're under financial duress? Come to think of it, I could think of a few people now that I think about it. I don't know if they're in arrears, though. Hit the like button or leave or both or leave. No, don't leave. Stay. Please stay. Hit the like button. Please stay. More likes, more people will come. And smashed it, you whiner. Thank you. Thank you, D. Trent. I appreciate you. You know this. It should be instinctual for you, buddy. You should walk in the room like the king champ that you are, and you should just hit the like button for fuck's sakes. Maybe share this thing with a few people. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to go back. I look at all these wonderful chat messages. Thank you so much, guys. There's so many here. Do I want to go back and read these? Do we like it when I read this shit? Or do we like it when I just kind of keep going? I'm going to at least read D. Trent stuff, okay? Not that anybody else is less important than D. Trent, but when you have royalty, you pay attention, okay? I'm sorry. That's just the way that it is. Let's see here. I'm I don't know what I'm means. Okay. Don't downplay it. Only your wealthy friends think it's all okay. Well, listen, I know that some of my wealthy friends are not doing okay, but I'm pretty sure that they will be okay. Okay. I know guys that are downsizing and acting a little weird. I just said that. But most of them are in positions that, you know, even if they have a rough time, they're going to be okay. Okay. If these tariffs come to fruition, I guarantee you won't be saying that, Darryl. Well, maybe. Don't downplay it. Okay, sorry, I skipped it. Smashed it, you whiner. Okay, thank you. Yes, Don, people here are pulling boats out of marinas here. Yeah, so what kind of stuff are you guys seeing right now in the real economy that makes you think, other than all the bullshit statistics and all the stuff that you see on wherever the hell you are, Twitter or TikTok or where, maybe this channel, like what anecdotally, what really are you seeing out there from people that you know, that people that you heard of? Do you see people going out to dinner less often? I just feel like everybody's just bitching about it. And I know you want to paint me, you know, in this picture of everybody I know is super wealthy. Okay. And everybody I know is really rich. It's not entirely the case. A lot of people I know are doing pretty damn good, though. You know what they say, right? Right? Like you're as good as the 5 people you surround yourself with, right? The top 5 people you surround yourself with, you're as good as those people, right? So if you're hanging out with riffraff, okay? If you're hanging out with losers, okay? If you're hanging out with guys, just dreamers, okay? You know, you get what you get, and that's just the way it goes. I know cashiers at Costco, they say Costco is way, way down. There's a good indicator. Costco being way, way down is a good indicator. Although I would think that if people were worried that Costco would be super busy and people would be stocking up on shit. But I guess if people are broke, Costco's the wrong place to do that. Right? Not the restaurants are down. I don't know if the restaurants are down. Maybe they are, certain places. I mean, I don't know where Dawn is. We're talking Toronto here. And if the restaurants are down, they probably have made up for the volume with the price increases, because it's fucking crazy. Shit, should have talked about camping out in Costco for 7 weeks this September. There was probably 3 times the normal amount of Costco campers. What's a Costco camper? What the hell's a Costco camper? Lord baby Jesus, show me a sign, says Marco. Okay, I don't think I'm getting anything. Okay, hold on. Rose, out of respect for Rose, I will read what you're saying. Okay, I always look for businesses for sale, and it's a lot of restaurants and cafes. It's always restaurant. Okay, when you're looking for businesses that are for sale, it's restaurants, cafes, and laundromats and convenience stores, right? And occasionally you get lucky and you find like an HVAC company where the guy's retiring and nobody wants his business. Okay? You sleep there at night because you're living out of your car. Costco. Oh, no. And is that, there's less people doing that or there's more people? Hold on a sec. I got to catch up here. I lowballed a bunch of business owners on inventory. Their cash is tight. Like, what do? Are you a liquidator? Are you in Toronto? I got to liquidate a furniture store. Anybody want to help me liquidate a furniture store? I'm in the furniture store business, guys. Again, I'm back in the furniture store business. If you need a great deal, you let me know. I'll take care of you. I take care of you all. I wish there were laundromats for sale. I'm looking for a business I can automate. Never see them. Okay, so I did the whole laundromat thing with the whole plan of automation. I was very into this whole idea, I'll tell you. And if you dig into it, you don't want to buy an existing laundromat unless it's brand new. And if it's brand new, you can't afford to buy the fucking laundromat because it doesn't make any fucking money. And it's hard to make the valuation make sense and get the money you need to put the deal together. It's a great idea in theory. It doesn't fucking work in reality. So look away, okay? Look away. Can't you make your own? Yes, you can, but the startup costs are prohibitive, okay? The startup costs are prohibitive, and you know, if you want to be in a good area, there's probably already a few laundromats. So it's not like it's not the best business plan. I mean, listen, if you have an old shithole one and you've had it for a long time and you're at the end of its life, you probably did okay, right? If you could justify making it if it makes sense to make it, I mean, people are doing it. I don't know. When I looked into it, it really sucked balls. Anyways, guys, I'm out of the chat. I'm looking at my notes and I'm moving along. Here we go. I don't even think I read this one first, so we're going to enjoy this or ditch it together, and we're going to see what happens. Toronto condo buyers abandon units worth less than they paid. And this is partially interesting to me because it came from not Canada. I don't know where it's from. I forget where it's from. Where is it from? Here, CMP. Am I going to lose the page? What is this thing? Calgary? Okay. Where are we? Doesn't matter. Anyways, let's go back. How do I go back? There we go. Developers and banks scramble to offer financing solutions as buyers struggle to secure mortgages. Remember all those pre-approved mortgages that people got 5, 6, 7 years before the building was finished? Well, that wasn't a great idea, now was it? Toronto's pre-construction condo market is facing a crisis, with buyers abandoning their purchases as appraisals come in significantly below their original contract price. That's a big problem. Goddamn appraisers fuck you on the way up and they fuck you on the way down. And sometimes they are your best friend. The fallout from record high condo sales in 2021 is now playing out as buildings near completion, leaving many buyers unable or unwilling to bridge the financing gaps. Joe Baradziej, excuse me, sorry. Joe B is one of those buyers. During the real estate boom in late 2020, he agreed to buy $2.195 million pre-construction condo in Leaside. Holy Jesus. What the hell was selling in Leaside pre-construction in 2020 for $2.2 million? What the fuck? Hope it was big. And he put down $439,000 as a deposit, the equivalent of 20%, which is normal, of the purchase price. His two-bedroom unit, in an 8-floor luxury building, was set to be prime. Oh, it's sounding like maybe this is okay. Maybe it kind of makes some sense. Well, but by fall 2024, as the project neared completion, an appraisal valued his unit at just $1.6 million. Oh no, 27% less. There goes your equity, bro. That meant he would have had to cover $595,000 shortfall to close on the property. Holy. And it's a widespread problem. Baradziej's situation is part of a larger trend across Toronto's condo market, where pre-construction buyers are facing steep appraisal short. This shouldn't be allowed. Okay? I haven't seen this much of a drop in value, said Prasudi, who has appraised Toronto condos for more than 20 years. His firm evaluated around 100 pre-construction condos in 2024, all showing similar trends. It shouldn't be allowed. Ooh, I worked on this deal. Oh, do I have a story about this fucking deal? Holy Jesus. Holy fuck. Really, I didn't know we were going to get into this. The issue isn't limited to high-end condos. In one case, a 535 square foot, one bedroom, unit at 55 Charles Street East. Okay, I got a story about 55 Charles Street East deal that just is going to make me nuts. Okay, 535 square foot, 1 unit bedroom, purchased for $850. Okay, let's see. Let's get the calculator out because I can't do that in my head. What do we got here? 850,000 divided by 535. 850,000 divided by what? 535? Shit. Where's my memory? 535. 535. $1,589 per square foot. Okay, at 55 Charles Street East. Wow. That is probably, I got to check my records. I forget what we put in that pro forma. $1,500. Holy jumping. And now it's appraised at only $700,000. Can I redo this? 700,000 divided by 535 went down $200 a foot. Holy jumping Jesus. That's not good. The discrepancy between the original purchase price and the current market value is creating financing gaps. Yeah, because somebody has to make it up. You know who should have to make it up, for God's sakes? The person that should have to make it up is the goddamn appraiser and the bank that gave the blank fucking appraisal, right? Or the blank approval. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Come on, let's go. Hit the like button. Oh my God, lots of stuff going on in the chat here, guys. But hold on a sec. Before I get off base, okay, do we want to hear the story? We want to hear the story is about 55 Charles Street. Do I have time to tell this whole story? I don't know. I worked on that deal. I put that whole deal together. This deal was genius level stuff. And I had it all. This is back in the days when I was a broker, okay? Not a realtor. I was just brokering deals, okay? And I had put together this wonderful assembly of 2 properties at Yonge and Bloor, one of which was 55 Charles Street East. And what was interesting about this whole thing was that there was 100 units of rental replacement, okay? 100 units. Between the 2 buildings, there was 100 units, and they all had to be replaced. And I made such an unbelievable deal to buy this thing at such a ridiculous price. Included in the deal was a repurchase of all of the rental units that were going to be in the new building back to the original owners at a new price, okay? It was like a stroke of genius, okay? And the cost of the remaining buildable square feet on top of the rental was just, oh, I'm disgusting. I'm burping and puking all over the place. Sorry. I put together such a sweet deal. And then at the 11th hour, the guy who was buying it, his dad decided that he wanted to be old school. He wanted to be an old school real estate tycoon, okay? This guy wanted to bust some balls and squeeze a little, get a little bit more out of the deal, because this is what the old school real estate developers really like to do, right? They like to fucking bust balls, crack skulls, give shit, fuck you around, and win, okay? This guy was a winner. And so he comes into the last meeting as we're sorting out a couple final things, and everything is like set. The legal paperwork's done. Everything's beautiful. Offers accepted. Everything is plowing along. And we start talking about parking. And the deal is that the 100 units got 100 parking spaces because that's what they already had. And for some goddamn reason, this son of a bitch. Now, you got to understand, okay, when you're an old son of a bitch real estate developer in Toronto and you've done some shit, and forget about it. Like, this guy didn't even do that much shit. This guy just had some pretty big, good scores. And before that, he had sold his previous schmutta business and made a goddamn fortune, okay? So This guy didn't need money, didn't give a fuck if he made this deal, that deal, or the other deal, or any fucking deal at all, okay? And he came into this meeting thinking that he was going to win back another 35 parking spaces. And I don't have time to tell the whole fucking story about this deal because there was so much shenanigans and crazy shit in the background. And maybe one day we can get into a deep dive on this project because this one was fucking insane. The work that I went, the stuff that I did. Oh my God. Like unbelievable. Some stories from this deal. I got to tell you. As I start thinking about all of them, they're all coming back to me. Holy Jesus Christ. What a horrible fucking disgrace. Anyways, the story is that at the last minute, this guy comes in going, I thought about it and I looked at the numbers and I'd really like to have you consider giving us back 35 of the parking spots. And we'll give you 65 out of the 100. And I was like, what the fuck did you just do, man? I've been working on this thing for fucking 8 months, okay? I got this thing perfect right now. This is the best deal in the city. Are you insane? Like, do you even know what you're fucking with right now, okay? And this is like in the heyday. Things were booming. And this is a property. Like, I think they got 60-something stories on this thing. Like, this was a fantastic fucking deal. I think I'm on for 35 fucking parking spots. This son of a bitch blew up the deal. And I didn't know it was going to happen. I was sitting in that meeting and I just got fucking whacked in the head, like whacked in the face with this surprise demand. And the seller's looking at me going, Darryl, what the fuck's going on right now? Like, I thought everything was done. I thought we were just like finishing off a couple little things here. What the fuck's going on, man? Anyways, we lost the deal. They dropped the deal. And Mod Developments swooped in, took all of my hard work, came in, and fucking took the deal. And now it looks like they're running into some issues with people that are having trouble closing. And that's going to be the big story. That is going to be the big story. What happened? I scared away everybody from the chat? Was the story so compelling that you just couldn't type anymore? Or did I bore the fucking shit out of you and you left and decided to just keep it on? Let's go. I caught my first live here. Johnny Upsell. Welcome. Anthony Warner. Brilliance. Welcome. Sheldon Forbes. Hello. Who else we got? Anybody else new in here? Anybody else? Do we still have our baseball friend? Charlotte, you still here? Anyways, thanks everybody. Oh, there's more people here. Hit the like button before you disappear. Hit the like button. Share this with somebody that you think might like it. We're having a good time. I think, at least I am. I just recorded the Canadian Real Estate Show before this. My throat is fucking on fire. Okay, so here, I think we finished with that condo. Okay, condo buyers are definitely abandoning. They're jumping ship. They're having all kinds of problems right now. It's not good news. I spoke to another guy today, big condo developer. I like this guy. Really cool guy. Very nice. And he's got a lot on the go. And he's not having the best time of it right now because he got in deep and dirty with, unfortunately, what turns out to be not the best product to have in your war chest at the moment, because you cannot launch investor product in Toronto right now, or you're crazy. I don't know who you are or what you are, unless if it's investor product, you're fucked. And I don't know how you make investor product work. I really don't. And we were talking about that. How in the world are they making investor product work? And they're not. And that's why they're not selling. And what are these guys all going to do? I have no idea. But the good news is, at least for me, okay, is that when we talk about my deal in Forest Hill, and D. Trent, you tell me what you think about this, okay? But my deal in Forest Hill is so good and so unique and so special and so coveted that everybody, and now you'll say that we're all delusional, fucking crazy people that need to think this, right? But it seems like the only segment that is moving is high-end luxury condos and not the fake ones that we sold to investors for the last decade. Like the real ones, the small, little, nice, boutique-y, beautiful buildings. And there aren't many of them, right? And that's why they're doing so well. And so what's exciting for me, because I am selfish, right, and only really care about me, to be quite honest with you, is that everybody in the city, including me, thinks that I have the best deal and that it's recession-proof. It's been called recession-proof. And does it mean I'm going to do as wonderful as I think I am? Yeah, I think I'm going to do better than I think I am. I'm being honest. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not delusional. You guys come here and you listen to my shit because you know I'm not delusional. You know I see the headwinds. You know I see what's coming down the pipe, right? You know I factor all of this in. I was fucking stupid. And not because I didn't see what was happening around me. I mean, mainly because I didn't see what was happening around me. But I was stupid because I had horrible timing. And I set things up for myself in a way where I was extraordinarily exposed. Right? And this time is just not the same. Okay. I'm going to chat and then I'm going to read another article and then maybe we're going to actually get to the deal that we were talking about yesterday that some people said they wanted to go over in detail. Okay. Hit the like button. Don't be lazy. Ew. Condos. Houses are better. Yes. Well, for some people love condos. I never hear people talk about the amount of listings will come online when boomers die. This scares me. What do you think will happen? Well, it doesn't just come online. It doesn't just come for sale. People end up owning them first. They get transferred to the next of kin, usually. They don't always just sell, okay? I don't know that there's going to be this. And boomers, they don't want to go in like they're parents and be stuck in these horrible facilities and die, right? Somehow that became okay for some people, but like, I don't want to go into an old folks home. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure I can die in my house. I can have help in my house, right? And I think a lot of people, especially if you got money, are thinking along the same way, right? And so maybe when they die, they got like, why are you going to sell a paid for house? What the fuck is wrong with you, right? Why would you think about selling a paid for house with no mortgage? Because of the fucking property taxes? You dumb asshole. Did you really say that? Because who's going to pay the property taxes and the maintenance? You fucking idiot. Rent that thing. Even if you hire a property manager and you pay them a few %. Rent that thing. Keep that thing. It's going to go up over time. For sure. Right? Zoom out far enough. So I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. Okay? Are you? Johnny, that's mean. Okay. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Those boomers have been dying for a while now. That's right. Not really. The thought of a 31-year-old in the real estate looking ahead 10, 15 years, not trying to be mean. Don't know what that means. I'm here for storytelling voice. Not sure if you know what you're doing. Okay. Thank you. I don't know what that means. I'm here for storytelling voice. Are you saying you like my voice? Is this what I'm hearing? You like my voice, but you don't know if I know what I'm doing. That's incredibly fucking rude. What do you mean? Oh, somebody just deleted a comment. Can you do that? You can delete what you say. You shouldn't be allowed to delete it. If you put it in the chat, it should be stuck there. Fair. Tesla robots will help people in the homes. This is so true. Tesla robots and other robots will be helping people in their houses. What a great point, actually. What a great point. Oh, you deleted it. Okay, you're allowed to delete it. My mother was a boomer and she died in 2020. Was she in an old folks home or was she at home? Did she pass away at home or in an old folks home? Okay, ready? Here we go. Home builders warn of brutal blow to housing sector from steel and aluminum tariffs. Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole here with me, guys, with this aluminum tariffs, okay? Let's start here. Some developers say looming U.S. tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum, or aluminum, could be detrimental to the housing sector due to higher costs of key construction materials. The Ontario Home Builders Association, which represents more than 4,000 companies, offering a brutal blow. It could be a brutal blow. Okay, the guy that heads up this, what is this? Ontario Home Builders Association. So, okay. A brutal blow to the housing sector and therefore housing affordability. When you throw something as dramatic as trade tariffs, okay, what do they want us to do about it? Made it clear. Okay. I don't know. It's just a bunch of horse shit. I don't know what they're saying. When you start making Canadian projects less of an interest to other markets, such as south of the border in the U.S., that reduces the amount being produced because markets have decreased outside of Canada. Okay, I don't agree with this. This is a waste of time. Sorry I shared that with you guys. It's just fear-mongering nonsense, I think. I don't think that people are going to stop needing aluminum. Okay, I don't think people are going to stop producing aluminum. I don't think that the United States are the only people in the world that need our aluminum. And now we're going to go down this rabbit hole of aluminum and tariffs and how aluminum works. Because this morning I saw something. Okay, I saw an interview with Chrystia Freeland. Okay, here, let me put this up. Is this up? This is not the right thing. One moment, please. Okay, that's not it. That's part of it. Where is the Freeland speech? Oh, God. Did I fucking miss it? Anyways, Freeland made a speech, okay? And she said something to the effect that aluminum is energy in solid form. And I was like, wow, that sounds like it's important. That sounds really important to me, that aluminum is energy in solid form. And so through my digging, I started to learn about aluminum and, you know, how it's made and why they say that and what it takes to make it. And I started having all kinds of crazy thoughts and crazy ideas, okay? And so whether you like it or not, you're here and you're going to come on this journey with me because I started having a conversation with ChatGPT and it just started leading all kinds of places, okay? And I started watching a video about how it's made. And I was like, this is really actually pretty crazy. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's absolutely interesting. Aluminum is basically energy in solid form. Yeah, pretty much. Aluminum is often considered solid energy because refining it from bauxite, in French it would be bauxite, bauxite ore, is incredibly energy intensive. The process, especially the Hall-Héroult method used to extract aluminum from alumina, consumes anyways, that's why they call it, because it's very, very intensive. Okay, and then yes, energy storage. Since aluminum takes so much energy to refine, some people propose using it as a form of stored energy that can be released later. Okay, and so it turns out, how much does Canada produce? How much does Canada sell to the USA? Who are the world leaders of aluminum production? And what is it used for? Because I started getting like into this thing and I started going, does this tariff make fucking sense? Why are we, what is this? What is the point of this tariff? Okay, is this tariff like a real thing? Because in 2023, okay, and I mean, that doesn't really matter because it's 20, and my question was, what about 2024, I think, somewhere in here, but maybe I didn't, I forget. Anyways, Canada produced approximately 3 million metric tons of primary aluminum. The United States is the primary destination. So global leading aluminum producing countries are China with 45 million metric tons. The next one is a fraction. India, 4.1. Russia, 4. And Canada at 3. Okay? Look at the difference between China and everybody else. It's insane. So, I mean, right there, China just, I don't know how much the USA buys from China because they buy it all from us, right? In 2023, the United States imported $28 billion worth of aluminum and aluminum products. Okay. Top countries supplying aluminum to the United States. Yeah, look, even China. So just on China's and ours, that's $13 billion worth of things getting tariffed at 25%. Okay. Canada, what did we say? We produced how much? Did we see that yet? No, we didn't see that yet. So Canada produced like they sold $11 billion worth, 3.2 metric tons. Okay, I'm all over the place. Canada expect 14 billion. It's like literally insane how much of what we produce goes to the United States and how much that they use, comes from Canada. And how few people there are on the world stage that actually produce this stuff. Okay? And so I started getting into this. Did I see? Takes a huge amount of space. Well, look at this. Okay? So I started watching the video. Are we bored? Am I boring you guys? I see some Z's in there, which is not fucking nice. Okay? Just because you don't have to be mean. You son of a bitch. Okay, let me see some more likes. We got 28 people in here, 17 likes. There's an imbalance in the force. I need to get at least 40 likes today. So I'm hoping 13 of you that are currently in here have not hit the like button. See what you can do about that for me, please. See what you can do. Of course, you fucking leave, you son of a bitch. You just fucking leave. You don't hit the like button, you son of a bitch. Okay, that's fine. Be that way. I don't really care. I'm here for my entertainment, okay? Here we go. We're going to see how aluminum is made. And if you don't like it, you can suck on my...
Aluminum, so widely used today, and the world's most abundant metallic element, does not occur in a natural state. The most available source of aluminum is actually bauxite.
Bauxite, okay? Oh my God, are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? So bauxite, okay, which none of which comes from Canada. It's all imported, which is just another layer of stupidity to this thing, right? All of this material that it takes to make aluminum is not from around these parts.
Bauxite is mainly mined in tropical countries and carried by boat to the Quebec port of La Baie. The aluminum atom in bauxite is bonded to oxygen molecules. These bonds have to be broken by electrolysis to produce pure aluminum. Bauxite is carried by rail to the plant where it will be crushed. Then, through a chemical transformation called the Bayer process, alumina is extracted. This is then roasted in calciners to eliminate all moisture. This is alumina. It is transported by rail to the reduction facility. This plant has 432 pots in which a powerful electric current will be passed to produce electrolysis. An overhead...
It's so old and antiquated how they do it, right?
Crane dumps alumina into the pots. Then the electric...
Anyways, it's a whole fucking antiquated, crazy system, and it's like the equipment is old, and the system and the way that they do it is like so old, and I don't think they've changed the way they do it in 8,000 years. And I just kind of pictured Elon Musk revamping the whole aluminum industry with his production skills and bringing it to the United States and really just kind of fucking everybody up. Anyways, I guess we've had enough about aluminum. Is this what I should gather? Do we not give a shit about the aluminum? Yes, we see video. Bauxite is found in the Caribbean. Yeah, in South America. Now you're cooking. I like how you think about different things. Thank you. Appreciate that. But I was thinking, like, can you imagine if Elon Musk took like the Tesla factory kind of idea and revamped the whole aluminum production and figured out a way to make it far cheaper, and with far less energy, and really just figured out a way to fuck everybody else out there. That would be crazy, right? That would be interesting. At the very least, I thought. But I don't know. What do you think? I think Canada should start flipping the script and do press conferences saying the USA will become the 11th province. I've seen that. It's not amusing. This whole thing is not amusing. It's taken up too much of my brain power, okay? I don't like it. It's taken up way too much of my brain power. I don't like it at all. It's tiring. It's very tiring. I don't know how many discussions I've had, okay, with people trying to figure out the tariffs and what effects they're going to have on things. And quite honestly, look, I'm going away tomorrow. I'm going to Ottawa. I'm tired. I just did the Canadian real estate show. I recorded the Canadian real estate show today. It was not the normal day. We normally do it tomorrow. And so normally I don't record this thing on Thursdays because I can't talk for this long. Hour and a half on that show, hour and a half on this show. And guess what? I have work to do, for God's sakes. So much work to do. Man, I hired all kinds of consultants over the last couple days. I got all kinds of meetings, and now I'm going away again. I was just away. And then I was just away before that. It's a good thing that I can do what I do from anywhere, because God damn it. Otherwise, it'd be fucked. Tariffs are going to cost me $3,000 in one sale of medical equipment, and shipping is insane as is. Economically devastating to business exporting. Well, I guess it depends on how you're set up, right? Because I know guys that are doing exporting, and they've figured out some pretty ingenuitive and interesting ways around it. But it depends how you're set up, right? But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that are going to get blown out of the water by this stuff. There's no doubt about it. It's going to wreak some havoc. How long it wreaks havoc is the real story, right? How long is this thing going to be fucked up for? All of us, I think, can read the writing on the wall. It's not getting better next, right? Things are not getting better overall as the next phase of this thing. Okay, so what phase are we in? Are we in the fear phase? I don't know. Are we in the denial phase? I'm in denial that we're in the denial phase. Okay? Because I think that it is definitely not good and not getting better. But I don't know. I talked to another big developer, and he said that one of his projects looks like he's going to be able to get it off the ground now because of all the government incentives in the area. And it's in one of the areas where they drop development charges significantly, right? And so, you know, some projects are just like one more decent policy change away, or one more interest rate drop away from being viable. The problem is like, good luck nailing the price now, right? Good luck nailing the right price now. And then it's like, it's a crapshoot, right? You hope you get the price you need now, and you hope that construction costs are where they need to be as you're ramping up production, right? Never fear. We're Canada. We're the best. Okay. Hi, Michael Pham. You always come at the end, bro. You gotta come a little sooner, because I'm all talked out. I feel like my abs are like in shock or something. They're like pulled. I've pulled the muscles in my abs, and I haven't had muscles in my abs for years. So maybe that's not entirely true, but I'm getting tired, to be honest with you. I'm getting tired of talking so much, quite honestly. Okay. Sup, fam? We are in third stage of the fifth stage of denial. It depends who you ask. Are there 5 stages of denial? What are the 5 stages of denial? Denial, 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 and denial? Yes, sir. I'll try to join earlier tomorrow. I mean, don't do it for me. I mean, I like you here, and we start at the same time. Tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to be on vacation, and it's Thursday. Great chance that there won't be a show tomorrow. Okay? Maybe, yeah, no chance. Friday, I think we're going to be a morning show. Okay, because when I'm on vacation with my wife, I'm working throughout the vacation, So in the morning, she sleeps in, I can do a live. While she's sleeping, I wake up early, I get some work done, right? Go into the conference room, get my laptop going, get some work done, have a nice coffee, maybe do a live with all of you wonderful people. Hopefully you join me, and then we'll start again next week. And listen, I'm so busy. I don't even know why I do this. I know why I do this. I do this for my ego. I have ulterior motives. I do this because it's fun. I do it because I get to be creative and I have an outlet, and it's like going to a shrink, getting some stuff off my chest, But it's very hard for me to pinpoint a regular time every single day that is actually not a pain in the ass. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there. So, from time to time, there won't be a show. From time to time, it'll be at the wrong time, different time. But this time, I'm telling you right now, tomorrow, no bueno. Friday in the morning. No fucking clue what time. I would guess, if I was a betting man, I would say in the 9 o'clock range. Although I might already have a meeting at that time. I'll let you know. Whenever I'm free. Appreciate that. Is there any way you can let us know a few hours in advance? Well, actually, I did that. But listen, it's 5 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's basically it. And then if it changes, then I'll let you know. But I do appreciate that you're all here. I really love you guys. It's really great. Is there anything else that we would like to talk about? I have a bunch of stuff here. I don't want to talk about it. Okay? Here, how about this? This is fucking funny. I want to show you this because I put it on my list of things to do today to share with you guys. And again, I don't know why I think it's funny, but it's funny and I like it. And I'm going to share it with you because that's just the kind of guy I am. This is from my buddy Table Salt from X. Woman gets punched in the head and robbed in broad daylight in Brampton. Now, why do I think this is funny? I don't know. I don't even know if I think it's funny. I think we should see it, though. Boom. And this guy's just filming. Oh. Punched in the head, and then everybody just takes off. What the fuck? In broad daylight. And this guy's just recording. What a piece of shit. What's going on? That wasn't funny at all, actually. Maybe I didn't watch this first time. Or maybe I was distracted. What are we recording? What is going on here? They took her car? Did they take her car? They took her fucking car. They punched the shit out of her. Took her car and threw... Oh, that was nice. They took her... They left her purse. What the fuck is going on? Okay. So, when people are assholes, okay, and they give me shit and call me a traitor, okay, when people give me shit and call me a traitor because I say Canada sucks ass, okay, we got nowhere near the light goal at all for today, just so you know, okay? We did not do a very good job here, friends. But Canada was not like that. You did not have to worry, okay? You did not have to worry about getting the shit smacked out of you, okay? You did not have to worry about getting the piss smacked out of you when you were filling up your car with gas when I was growing up in Toronto, okay? I don't know. I didn't grow up in Brampton, but I don't think you had to worry about pulling up to the gas station, getting the shit kicked out of you, and having your Mercedes stolen. This was not a thing. This was not a thing at all. And so this is evidence. And then the fact that this motherfucker just stood there and filmed the whole thing, okay? And then had the balls to post it somewhere. What a piece of shit. What is going on in this fucking society? Okay, honestly. How much further off the rails could this show go? I don't know. We're not going to find out. I'm so tired, guys. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Arrivederci. Adios. Buenos noches. Is it snowing?